Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a full face of Dollar Tree makeup. I've actually done a couple of Dollar Tree / Dollar General videos in the past. You guys really love them. I personally really love them because I love going in here and just like exploring, and sometimes you can really find some great products, hidden gems for $1 in this case. So I literally just went there this morning and I picked up a couple of things that I actually have never tried before. So we're going to make do with what we can. Of course, the shades and everything might not be perfect, but we're gonna make it work. So of course, I hope you guys enjoy it. Grab a snack and let's jump into it. Okay, so of course I have no makeup on. Everything in total, by the way, was around like $22 or $23, I think, with like tax, but under $25, which I think is amazing for like a full face, because of course you can't get much nowadays with 20 bucks. We're gonna start with the brows. So unfortunately there was no pomade or any like brow powders, so we're gonna go with a pencil, and then I'm gonna use an eyeshadow that I found with like a dark brown in there, and I'm gonna use that to fill in my brows. So I'm gonna start off by outlining. I'm gonna use this LA Colors brow pencil and highlighter. It also comes with a little sharpener, which I think is convenient. So I got the shade dark and medium. So I think I'm gonna start off with the shade dark just to outline. So I'm gonna start by just outlining my brows, just following along with my natural shape. Of course, I'm doing my makeup how I normally would do my makeup. Wow, this is actually not bad. Like, there's so many pencils like this that tend to be very waxy and they don't look good at all, but this is actually like working really well. I mean, like for $1, I'm not mad about it. I'm actually probably just gonna fill in my brows with this pencil because I really like the formula. It's cute too because it comes with like a little highlighter, so you could use this to like highlight your brow bone, which I actually do a lot, so I like that. It doesn't come with a spoolie, of course, so I'm just gonna use a different spoolie from a different brush. This one is from Elf, and I'm just gonna kind of run through the brows a little bit because I don't want them to be too boxy, just like that. So of course the brushes that I'm going to use, they're not from the Dollar Tree. They did have some Wet n Wild brushes, but I already have a lot of Wet n Wild brushes, so I didn't pick any of those up. But it really comes down to like the brushes that you use. I feel like you can get really flawless makeup with like any kind of makeup, to be honest, as long as you have good brushes. And nowadays you also don't need to spend a lot of money on brushes because like BH Cosmetics, Elf, Wet n Wild, I mean, there's so many great options. See, it's like super easy to work with. I actually really like this pencil. This is definitely my good brow. As you can see, this one is always just a hot mess, but I'm gonna clean it up with some concealer that I have. So hopefully I can make it work. This brow's great. This one, never good. So I got this LA Colors Crayon Contour Stick in the shade Light. I'm gonna use this right now to clean up the brows a little bit. Just basically gonna take this right underneath of the brows. Also, I almost forgot to mention, I got this Miss Spot Hydro Gel eye treatments, just like little under eye patches. So I was like, you know what, they're only $1. Let me just try them out and see what happens. Okay, they feel pretty good. Not terrible. They don't feel super slimy, so like it doesn't feel like there's a ton of moisture in it, but it definitely does feel really cooling. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend out this concealer on the edges. I actually really like the way this brow looks. This one is like really good. Okay, I'm not mad at the brows. Like, of course they don't look perfect. I definitely like this one more than this one, but I feel like that's the case even when I do have like a good brow day. So I'm happy with the brow pencil. But I mean, it's $1, and you know what? Now that I'm here, I'm just gonna use the highlighting side to highlight on my brow bone a little bit. See, it's very natural, it's cute. I mean, it's $1, so like it's super cute. These I'm probably not like the biggest fan of, to be honest. I kind of feel like they're like sliding off, but I mean, they do feel pretty hydrating, I will admit. But they're just a little thick on the face. Like normally the iPads that I really like, they're like super thin, but those are a little bit thick. But I mean, again, for $1, it's not terrible. Now we're gonna do some eyeshadow. So I'm actually gonna use that same little... So this just broke, but that's okay. I'm still gonna use it. I'm gonna just use this to prime my lids because they didn't have any eye primer. That's so funny, oh my gosh. The whole thing literally just came out, but It's all good. So these are actually new little single shadows that they had. These are from the brand The Color Workshop. They just look like this. Look how cute that packaging is. It literally looks like something summery. So it doesn't say the shade. So I got this like really pretty like peachy one, which I feel like would be a good transition color. And then I got this brown one, which this is like a shimmery brown. So I might put this on all over the lid, but we'll see. Today's look, of course, is not going to be anything too extravagant just because we're working with limited shades, but it's still going to be cute. There's pigment on there. So I'm gonna take that right in my crease. Oh, that's really cute. It's like a really perfect transition, like peachy color. And I'm using an Alamar Cosmetics blending brush, by the way. This is actually like really, really cute. Like you just put this in, pop some lashes on, and you're good to go. Wow, it's like really pigmented for like this being $1. Like I'm actually really, really impressed with this color. I'm obsessed with that as a transition shade. I mean, I am dipping in here pretty generously, but I mean, it's $1. And it's like actually blending out really, really nicely. And it's showing up, which is great. Ooh, I'm loving that. I love just like a nice like peachy transition color. I think that's so pretty. Now this I'm very excited for. This is the LA Colors Loose Shadow in the shade Honeysuckle. So I've actually tried a color, I believe it was like the shade Golden. It was like this really pretty golden, really like just beautiful color. It was like a yellowy golden color. It kind of reminded me of like a lighter version of Trophy Wife, and I was obsessed with that shade. So I saw this and they actually had a bunch of colors, but of course I was very intrigued by this because I felt like you could use it as your eyeshadow or also as a loose highlighter, and this is like so amazing. It was very pigmented last time I used these, so I was like, I have to get this color. So the packaging is a little messy. It comes with like this little like brush thing right here, and it's messy, but it's worth the mess. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna use this little brush and I'm just gonna place the color like right over my lid. Do you see how pretty that is? And then I'm gonna blend it out with a different brush. Yeah, this is very nice. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just apply this right onto the lid, and I'm going to dip my brush and then spray just to really make this pop. I'm using the LA Colors matte setting spray. I actually didn't find this at the Dollar Tree. I found this at a Family Dollar, and I believe this is definitely under $5. It's LA Colors. I figured I would use it today just because we are using a lot of LA Colors. Do you see how pretty that is? Like, this is what I mean by like hidden gems, like so pretty. Yeah, I'm a big fan of LA Colors. I feel like they have really, really great products. I'm not sure if it's like a sister brand to LA Girl. I want to say that it is, but I love their products. The majority of them I think are amazing. So I think I'm gonna keep the eyeshadow just like this. I'm just obsessed with like the peachy with like the really nice shimmer on the lid. Like I'm loving it. So for liner today, I'm gonna use the LA Colors liquid liner in the shade Black. I don't remember if I used this before, but we're gonna use it again today. So it has like the tiniest little tip, as you can see. So looks pretty easy to work with, hopefully. I'm of course gonna use my e.l.f. eye tapes. Okay, the wings are looking a little too long, but they're very pointy, and I mean, they're semi-even. I felt like the eyeliner was actually very easy to work with. I'm not the best at winged liner, but this was good. Like, I really like it. I'm gonna see if it dries down matte, so we'll check in with that in just a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and do mascara, of course, and lashes. So they actually had some Wet n Wild mascara there. I'm a big fan of the Wet n Wild Max Volume Plus mascara, so I thought this one would be good. This is their Enhance and Define mascara, and this one is in the shade Very Black, and I really like this color as well. I'm going to do a quick coat of that, and then for lashes, I found these LA Colors Dramatic Lash. These are in the style Dainty 975. We're gonna really be able to see how this looks on the lower lashes because my top lashes aren't like the longest and the greatest, but I mean, it's actually showing up. It's not terrible. Oh, these are very, very thin lashes. I don't know if they're even really gonna show up. They're like barely gonna show up on my eyes. So I'm going to apply these, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a lot of mascara just to try to make these like pop a little bit more. Okay, so now we're gonna move into the skin while the lash glue dries. I just kind of set them aside and I'm gonna leave them there for like a minute or so. So of course there was no primer or anything, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna hop right into foundation. I actually couldn't find a foundation, so the best thing I could do was get this Sassy Plus Chic BB Beauty Benefit Cream, and this one is in the shade Light 1. It just looks like that. I've tried their foundation, I believe, before in my last video that I did with Dollar Tree, and there wasn't a lot of coverage. I don't expect this to have a lot of coverage though, just because it is a BB cream. Ooh, this is not gonna match. Oh no, this is gonna be too light. I don't have another color. Like, this is the only color that they had. Okay, I definitely don't want this to be a fail. Like I said, I really actually have high hopes for these products, and I don't want this to be like a complete disaster. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna use this as like a spot concealer. I'm just gonna basically put this on underneath my eyes for like a bright look, and then I'm gonna also apply this on areas where I feel like I need it, like right here, and on my forehead. We'll see how this looks. I'm just gonna use my Wet n Wild sponge because I don't really want to apply this all over my face like a foundation, just because it's just not gonna work. It's gonna be way too light. So we're gonna just improvise a little bit. I mean, of course I have other affordable foundations, but like nothing from the Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna try to keep this all Dollar Tree and just make it work. Okay, so safe to say this doesn't have any coverage, as you can see. It's a BB cream though, so like, I feel like that's kind of like expected. I'm gonna try to build it up and see what happens, but I don't really see this doing much as far as covering. So far, this is probably the thing that like I'm definitely not a big fan of, just because of course the shade range is terrible and the coverage for me is just not there. I like a good BB cream though once in a while if my skin is doing like amazing, which is typically in the summertime. Right now my skin's not doing the greatest, but I mean, like, it's fine, you know, like it works. I mean, it's definitely doable. Let's put on the lashes. Eek, I forgot about them. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can even see them. They are so natural, which I mean, it's not a bad thing. Some people really like natural lashes. I personally, I'm a dramatic lash kind of girl, but I know not everybody is like that. So I'm just gonna do a lot of mascara to try to make these look a little bit more like va-va-voom. Okay, we'll do the mascara and everything in a minute. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this face. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this little contour stick that I was using earlier to clean up the brows and like prime and stuff, and I'm gonna see if I can add a little bit more coverage. That BB cream, it just doesn't have any coverage, and this doesn't seem to have any either, but I mean, I think I can make this work. Okay, so I feel like that helped a little bit, you know, so that it doesn't look terrible, but the BB cream for me is definitely out. This, I mean, it's not something that I would honestly use. I feel like it's just, it broke obviously, and it's not the greatest formula, so I would definitely opt out on that. So far, I'm really loving the brow pencil and the eyeshadow and eyeliner the most. The liner doesn't seem to be matte, but like you could always use like a gel liner over top of it, or even like a black eyeshadow to make it matte. But I mean, for $1, it's great. Okay, I did get the LA Colors contour stick in the shade medium, so I'm gonna use it to do a little contour because I feel like I need it. My face is very light right now. Just gonna use a foundation brush to buff this in. Unfortunately, the complexion products, they're not the greatest. I feel like if you want some really great affordable foundations, concealers, I would definitely hit up Wet n Wild, NYX, CoverGirl. I mean, there's so many really great options. And actually, the Believe Beauty brand, which is at Dollar General, I believe all their products are $5 and under, and those products are really great as well. These for me are just like a pass, just because of course the shade range and just like the way that they're performing is definitely not a favorite of mine. All right, let's go ahead and set this face. I'm gonna use the LA Colors press powder to set everything. This one is in the shade Nude. I've actually used this before and this is not bad at all. I think especially if you need just like a really quick powder on the go, like in your purse or something, like it's pretty good, and it comes with a mirror, which is very convenient. So I'm going to use this to set my entire face. I think this should help as far as like a little bit of coverage too, so that everything doesn't look totally bare on my face. I feel like if I was having a good skin day, it would look better because you can see I still have like my little blemishes peeking through, but I mean, like, it's fine. Let's pretend that they're moles. This powder I really like. If you need like a good powder and you're on the go and you need something quick, easy, and you don't want to spend a lot, this is good. Let's finish up the eyes really quick since I'm here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back with the Wet n Wild mascara, and I'm just gonna add a couple coats to the false lashes just to make them a little bit more voluminous and like so you can actually see them. I feel like that helps. Cause like they are pretty long, but they're just very, very like thin and natural. So I want you to be able to see them a little bit. I'm also going to use the mascara to set my brows, which I actually really like this trick. This mascara is really nice too. I feel like most Wet n Wild mascaras are really great because you can do this with them since it's not a very goopy, wet formula. The mascara is just, it's really, really great formula. So you could double this up and use it to set your brows. I'm also gonna go into the little peachy shadow from the Color Workshop that I used earlier in my crease on my lower lashes. Just a little bit right under there. I feel like it's not really gonna show up much on the lower lashes, but just so that it doesn't look totally bare. I actually really love this eyeshadow, especially in the crease, like just all over the lid. I think it's like the perfect peach color for every day. Do a little mascara on these lower lashes. Okay, it's showing up. It's pretty good. I think Wet n Wild mascaras are actually really, really great. They're probably some of my favorite at the drugstore for the price. Now for bronzer, I decided to just get a darker pressed powder because I really like the powder, so I was like, let me just stick with what I know. So this is the LA Colors pressed powder, and this one's in the shade Tan, which looks like a really good, like, just natural contour shade. And I'm using a Wet n Wild brush. This is actually really good. I like it. It's just very natural, very simple. Now for blush, I have the LA Colors Powder Blush. I've tried this before. I don't remember if it was this specific color, but I've definitely tried these before, and these are really, really good. So this one's in the shade Spice. Okay, I'm gonna use an LA Girl 103 brush. See, like this is really, really cute. I love this blush. Now for highlight, I just was about to open it up and I forgot to show you, but this is the LA Colors highlighter. These are new. I have never seen these or used these before. So this one's in the shade Shine Bright. They had this one, they had like a lighter one than this, and then they also had a darker one, which is like a bronze color, but of course I went with this one. I actually really love this packaging. You see how thin it is? I love that. So I'm gonna use my AOA Studio F19 brush, which I love. This is from Shop Miss A, by the way. Oh my goodness. This brush is clean, by the way. I have no other product on it. Are you seeing this? Moment of silence right now for this glow. Thank you. This is amazing. Oh my goodness. No, that is pretty. I'm gonna also pop that in the inner corners because I need that glow everywhere. That is like insanely beautiful. Also right on the brow bone. I also did get these brow pencils. This is like a brow pencil and an eyeliner, and this one's just in the shade Black. You also do get a little sharpener with it, which I thought was really convenient. So I'm gonna just line my waterline with this. Now I have two different lip products. So I have the ColourMates lipstick and lip liner, which I thought was really convenient just because of course you get the lip liner in it. And then I got the LA Colors Hydrating Lipstick. This one's in the shade Mauve Glaze. So I'm honestly a little bit more intrigued by this lip color versus this one. So I'm gonna use the lip liner and the ColourMates kit and then the LA Colors lipstick. Oh my gosh, it's a little baby. That's cute. Very nice color actually. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but like This is good. Then I'm gonna use the LA Colors Hydrating Lipstick over top. This is what the color looks like. Let's do a little swatch. Okay, this is gonna be like really natural. Like more natural than what it looks like in the tube. Smells really good. Okay, last but not least, I'm just gonna set my makeup with the LA Colors Matte Setting Spray. And this I actually only used a couple of times, but like I said, I really like a lot of the products from LA Colors. Not everything, but the majority of their stuff I think is great for the price. I have no words. I am so beyond impressed with so many of these products. I mean, for the price, I am just like shocked. Like I feel like right now if I were to go to the store or just like in general, if I was to go to my friend's house, I don't really think that they would know that this entire makeup look was around $20. Like insane. Overall, even though I did struggle a little bit with like the complexion, I feel like everything else that I used was incredible. Like for the price, I can't get over it. I really feel like you could get a really cute makeup look with like what, 20, 25 bucks? I mean, the products weren't terrible. I've definitely tried worse. So let me just start off by saying I wasn't a big fan of the BB cream simply because of course the color wasn't my shade. The shade range is terrible. The formula of it and just like it wasn't really covering anything, but I feel like most BB creams, they're not really meant to be full coverage, of course. Fact of the matter is the shade range is really terrible with this. So that's like the thing that I really wasn't the biggest fan of. Also this contour stick, I mean, I feel like it did help a little bit with covering some of my blemishes and like I was able to prime my lids and everything with it and clean up my brows. So like, again, this wasn't terrible. It definitely wasn't a favorite, but it was definitely doable and I was able to make it work. At least I think so. And then for me personally, the lashes just aren't my thing because I'm like a dramatic lash kind of girl. I mean, I love like thick, full, wispy lashes, but for somebody who wants something just super, super natural, like the bare minimum, I think they're not bad. I mean, for again, $1, you really can't beat it. So they were super easy to apply. I mean, this one is misbehaving a little bit and lifting, but it's fine, you know, it's cute and it works. So I told you guys before that I am a big lover of this powder, the LA Colors powder. I think this is a really great setting powder just to throw in your purse. And I also really did like the bronzer shade for me. I felt like it was very natural and it worked. So again, of course the shade range for this isn't the greatest, but if you can find your shade and you're on a budget, you want a good powder, this is it. The blush I'm obsessed with. I think this is so pretty. It's just very natural. You get that really pretty color. They actually had a couple of colors of this blush, but of course I went with like the one that was a little bit more of like a peachy toasted shade just because that's my preference, but they had like darker pinks, brighter pinks, but this one I love. This highlighter, you guys, this is probably my favorite thing that I used. I think like I'm just obsessed with this glow. I cannot get over it. This would be so gorgeous also as like an eyeshadow. I mean, it's just incredibly stunning. I have no words. And then as far as the lip product, I actually really don't mind this lip color. Of course, you guys know I love my nudes. I was looking for nudes there, but this is the closest thing that I could find. And I actually really don't mind this color. I think it's pretty. It's very hydrating. It feels comfortable on the lips. Yeah, I think, oh, also, cannot forget this eyeliner. So even though the eyeliner is not matte, it was still pretty easy to work with and I was able to do a wing with it. And I mean, it's black. It's definitely showing up. It's not matte, but it's black. If you need a good liquid liner, this is great. I have no complaints with that. Yeah, overall, I am very impressed with this look. I really like what I created and I feel like these products are definitely hidden gems. So let me know what you guys think down below. I feel like this really proves my point from the beginning. You do not need to spend a lot of money to look beautiful, to feel beautiful with makeup. It's all about your brushes, your application, and just like really making it work. Let me know what your favorite products are from Dollar Tree or Dollar General. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in a few days in my next one. Bye!